Sadu.
Da 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 da. Hello.
So we were at the end of a level. He told us about how he called his ship Boomer, and now we were here.
And then you died.
Jesus, that's loud. It's loud in my ear. I bet you can hear it on the mic. All right. I'm gonna turn.
Rectify that.
I'm rectifying it right now. Okay. So
Rectify that sitch, bro.
I rectified that sitch. That sitch. What's the sitch? If you had watched Disney Channel as a kid, you would know what that's from.
Is it from That's So Raven?
It's a show that was on at the same time as That's So Raven. It's from Kim Possible.
Ah. I know
her
of the
sidekick's
Kim Possible.
name was Ron Stoppable.
I think Kim Possible might have been on something.
Yeah. Boomer is crawling with former colonists, newly awakened from stasis, and the ship is too crowded to be manageable in battle. I've decided to establish a human headquarters on the planet near the Spit Citadel of Antiquity. I can barely tolerate humans. Oh yeah, we've read this one before. Enough. Your first objective, disable the defenses operating around the fort. We gotta blow up some panels. This level is really easy. I'm gonna show you how easy this level is, Eek.
Do it.
Alright.
That was super easy. So you just gotta break all the shit
Yep. I'm showing you.
and then Tepalort.
I'm showing you how easy it is. Not this way, not this way. Back this way.
Are those green things pods?
I don't know. It must seem peculiar fighting the Svit when they are whom you seek to free. You should be told that they deliberately fight poorly and that they're constantly resisting their slavers. I know because I've been in contact with them for the last 17 years. The Four have little sense of the disaster that will befall them if the 11th clan is found. The humans have run into some trouble capturing their new command center. Surprised, you will assist them. That's how easy that level is.
That was pretty easy.
I think we spent a while running around on it last time. Fuck these guys. I'm going over here.
Taking a dive.
Taking a dive.
There's dead things down here.
There's one of these down here. Boop.
It's interesting that everybody,
Oh yeah.
like
the
all
best
races,
gun in the game.
nice. All races have like the same interface.
Well,
for
Durandal
shields.
modified our suit to work with the Four and Svit things. They don't have the
I
same.
In the first game.
Yeah, he did that to you in the first game, so that your shit would work when you're on the 4 ship, and he did the Svit thing to you in this game, so your shit would work on Lawan. Bitch. That's what's up.
You just like did that with software.
He probably did something to your body. Because you're like a cyborg or whatever.
But he doesn't have any like physical control.
What do you mean?
Like he's just telling you to do stuff all the time. He doesn't like.
Yeah, but he put you in a
Change you.
stasis pod for 19 years. What do you think? What else do you think he did to you?
Not like,
You think he didn't do anything else to you while you were in a stasis pod?
but not in the first game. Like you were already interfacing with that stuff.
Yeah, I guess he did it with software. I guess they just needed a patch to the software. I don't know.
It must be wireless, I guess. Like obviously,
Yeah.
you're not jacking in. You're not porting in.
Yeah. And all wireless technologies work together as long as the software is the same.
Yeah. You just gotta modulate the frequencies or
Yeah.
whatever.
Shit. This asshole shot me like several times. Ow. Fuck. I might be fucked.
This is a massacre.
I'm gonna have to go back out here. Go back to that thing. And then come back up. So what's new with you, Eek?
Oh, you know. Watch you
Just
play
effing
some
Jeff.
Neo. yesterday.
Yeah, Neo is real good. I played a little bit more after work today. I finished up at like 4 and played a little bit of that before switching over to this stuff. And it's pretty good. I started using 2 katanas. I like that a fair amount as well.
Nice. Is it just like faster? Like what's
yeah,
the
it does less damage per hit, but it's like super fast. Like it's not faster in terms of like the move set of a single katana is like just as fast to swing on a low stance swing. But oh shit, while I was down there, I forgot to do the thing I went down there to do. Because I was fucking yammering.
Lol.
And you didn't stop me, Eek.
Idiot.
You can't. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Did you not turn off the audio on your laptop?
It usually is. I don't know why it's not today.
Yeah, it's like the same speed, but you do like 2 attacks per swing, basically, or like more sometimes. It's like real intense. Like you're a real fucking mean dude with those
Nice.
2.
There's a lot of real intense stuff in that game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's all cool. It's just like slightly different move, like
Yeah.
in terms of mechanically the way that they work. It's like, do you want to hit a guy a bunch of times and like,
I like
fuck
the
him up that way,
aesthetics
or do you wanna
of the single sword.
Yeah, the single sword is cool. Like I'm not saying it's not cool, but I might lean into this two sword thing a bit. I do 2 lightsabers in KOTOR all the time. And I did a dual wielding build in Dark Souls 2 that I liked quite a bit.
Yeah.
So apparently that's a thing that I do sometimes.
Yeah, Neo is basically just Team Ninja Dark Souls.
Yeah, I mean it's straight
really
up
cool.
just is what if Team Ninja made a Dark Souls, which is incredible. I can't really think of a better team to make a Dark Souls
Then Team Ninja?
than Team Ninja. Like anyone other than FromSoft. Like who better? You know? Oh, there's just another one in here. All right.
I don't know. I bet CD Projekt Red could make a pretty cool one at this point.
Yeah,
With their
my
skills.
problem with CD Projekt Red is that they're really bad at game feel.
Well,
They're really bad at it. They're like almost as bad as Rockstar is at game feel,
well,
and that makes them basically the second worst at game feel of any game developer I've ever played a game.
I don't think
from.
it's that bad.
I can't think of anything as close to GTA as The Witcher.
I think like there's a lot of trash. There's a lot of garbage that's a lot worse.
I just mean like real games, like games that you would consider games at all.
And I'm tainted by having played The Witcher 1 and 2, which were
yeah, it's
much,
like you're coming
much
from
worse.
retail.
Yeah.
You're like, it could be much worse, man. Yeah, I get that, but like it is pretty bad. The Witcher 3 is not a great game in terms of its game feel. It's like my second favorite game of all time for every other reason, literally. But like, and you know the funny thing is like Dark Souls, I wouldn't say has great game feel. I say it has okay game feel. It's definitely not close to. It's on the good side. It's not like. It's close to the middle, I would say, that slider is, of like bad and good game feel, but it's on the good side of that slider.
Dark Souls is a weird one to me because like I agree with what you're saying in terms of let's read this and then
200 years ago, during the Marathon's maiden voyage from Earth to Tau Ceti, Tycho accused me of being too sarcastic. I didn't communicate with him for 6 years after that, which left him with only Leela to talk to. I think he still holds the grudge. You don't think I'm sarcastic, do you? Never mind. Speaking of Tycho, I've detected his presence in the 4net. I assume he's using the 4's faster-than-light communications technology to enter the net remotely from a nearby system. His appearance can only foreshadow the arrival of 4 reinforcements. The 4 have almost been exterminated here, but I need you to open a pair of huge external doors so that we can land heavy machinery by shuttle. Have you tried your new fusion gun against the armored 4 hunters yet? My Sfit rebuilt it with the sole purpose of short-circuiting 4 built machinery. Return here when you have opened the doors. Okay.
yeah. So what I was going to say was Dark Souls is a weird one to me because when I played it for the first time, like, I would say like the first impression feel is really cool. So I'm basically just going to make a distinction between two different things. But like because of the control scheme and like the way you move and stuff, like I love the idea of how you move around.
Conceptually, what it is fine. And the thing is, the idea is the same in Neo. It's just executed way better.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything about Neo right now. I'm just saying, like, Dark Souls, the thing that I liked about it was the feel. Like the
that feel.
Literally the feel.
That feeling.
Like, when you get into specifics, once you like start using it and see how it's not responding to stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Not responding to input the way you would want it to.
When you're a power
being
user.
kind of slow or whatever. Yeah. Like the specifics are really off in Dark Souls, but the like base feel was like specifically a thing that was super cool about Dark Souls when it came out to me. And I'm just saying that because
there's a couple of
feel is probably the best word I can think of to describe that.
There's basically two problems with Dark Souls. One is that when you move around, your movement isn't very precise and it's a little sluggish. So it's kind of hard to, like, when they make you walk on really narrow walkways, which they do kind of a lot, it's kind of annoying because you can just easily fall off by no real fault of your own. It's just like, obviously, I didn't mean to run off right there, you know? I guess these doors are open after I blew up that thing. Okay. And the other thing that's wrong with it is the responsiveness of button presses. It has this thing that a lot of games seem to have. I don't know how it works technically, but it's something like, I want to see if I can find that health buffer again. Basically, what it feels like is, well, I guess there's that thing. What it feels like is that it buffers the number of presses that you've done, and then it just like discards some of them under certain circumstances. So like, maybe the idea is because you can press the button faster than you can actually do the action that you're trying to do, like, it needs to throw away some of your input so that it doesn't just queue up a ton of things and then you're doing stuff for way too long. But the problem is it does both things. It does both things to opposite effect. Sometimes when you're pressing a goddamn button, it just won't do the goddamn thing that it's supposed to do. So for example, using a flask, like if you press the goddamn X button to use a health flask, sometimes it just doesn't fucking do it. So you get into the habit of pressing it like 8 times when you really need to use a flask really quickly, because a lot of times the game is asking you to do like a really intricate timing thing. You know, you're fighting a boss, you gotta like shoot the boss and then fucking take a flask real fast, but you only have exactly enough time to take a flask. So if it just doesn't fucking do the flask, then fucking, it's bullshit. And then sometimes you do that to compensate for how shitty the game is at recognizing your input, and then it does queue up a bunch of actions, and you do a thing more times than you intended to do it, and you die because of that too. It's just, like, for an action game, it has terrible, like, input problems. And I think it's partly... Remember when we started Neo, it asked us what mode we wanted to play in, like frame rate optimized mode or visuals optimized mode, basically. I made absolutely the right choice in doing frame rate optimized mode. It just runs like butter. It runs at like 60 frames on the PS4. It looks really good. And I think that's why. I think that is a large contributing factor to action games feeling good, is when the game is running slower than it's supposed to be, which every Dark Souls does. Like, literally every Dark Souls
2 is that way. Dark Souls 2 ran like
I guess. So that's
great.
So it can't even. That's not even an excuse.
Like
for
Dark
it.
Souls 1 was pretty
That's
bad,
not
but
even an
2 and
excuse for Dark
3 are
Souls, then.
fine.
3 still has some issues in specific spots, but most of the time it's fine. Yeah.
Wasn't that a specific issue with your card too?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I had that problem.
So you're right. So it's like, even when it runs at 60 frames, it still has that problem. So it's a design problem. It's just a problem with how the game is.
It seems like what they did is like, there's some kind of thing in the logic that's going on where, like, if you are doing a thing and then you press a button, it discards that.
Yeah.
But there's
Here,
also
let's-
this thing where sometimes it adds some shit up.